Okay, so we have our first property that we can use to try doing some risk assessments on. So I'll just scroll through a few slides and then we'll select one of the hazards and do an assessment of the property. So this is the theoretical property of 1 Llamados Drive. It's an 1870s end terrace property. Its current occupation is a family with 2 children and 2 adults. Now bear in mind, just do not forget that we assess the property assuming that the property is occupied by the at-risk group. So we can find out what the at-risk group is using the operating guidance and looking at the hazard profile for that hazard. So for electrical hazards, that would be under 5s. For excess cold, that would be over 60s. Property has 3 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms, and a kitchen and a bathroom. It's got double glazing, a little bit of Rockwool loft insulation, but not very much. And here, quite concerningly, the heating is all from open portable convector heaters. These are the types you can find in catalogue shops and the supermarkets that have a flex that plugs into the wall and you can move about the room as you please. So it's a little lounge heater at 1 kilowatt and a bigger landing heater, which is just one of these portable heaters that's been placed on the landing, which is 3 kilowatts. There's no heating at all in the bathroom, kitchen and bedrooms. So we can say that this property does not have enough heat output from the heating devices in the property to warm up the property and maintain healthy living indoor living temperatures. Here's a picture of the property. So it's one on the left. It's an end terrace property, so it has 3 external walls for heat loss. There's a bit of ivy growing at one side. We could have some damage to the brickwork because of that. And so we've got some pictures here of the internal staircase. This is from the top. Now, what would you expect to see on a staircase? What I would expect to see is a banister rail for you to hold on to as you're going down the property, down through the property. So this is a 2-story property. Sorry, a 3-story property, and this is from the top story down to the first floor. The staircase here is a set of winders, which are the places on a staircase. Given their unusual shapes, we are most likely to take that first trip or slip as you fall on the stairs. The ideal would be to have a handrail on both sides of the staircase, and as you can see, we've got just one which isn't covering the top few treads of the staircase where these winders are, which is these triangular treads, because they wind around the corner, and there's no handrail on the right hand side descending. You'll also notice that there's quite a low level of light in this stairwell for people to see the edges of the steps as they're going up or down them. So this is the same staircase with slightly better exposure from underneath, as you can see where the staircase is missing. And we've got a third picture of the staircase here. So what you can see here is that once a fall has started, which is most likely to start up here at the top of the picture, then people will tumble down the stairs here, and then these flimsy spindles here as part of this little balustrade are likely to give way, and so they will spill out and fall down at the bottom of the picture. You can just see the drop. They'll fall vertically onto the stairs running from the first floor of the property where the photo has been taken down into the ground floor of the property. And so we see that once the tumble has started, it's likely they'll break through there and have a vertical fall as well. We've got some loose carpet on the staircase. Now it's pretty unclear with HHSRS whether you can consider this, because it says in the operating guidance you can't consider any decoration. Carpet would be decoration. However, it's actually used as part of the worked examples in their consideration. And the carpet is actually fixed and permanent, and it does affect the slip resistance on the staircase. So I think it would be, so although it's not supposed to be used in the operating guidance, it is something that gets considered. So staircase is the only flight of stairs in the property, so there's no external staircases or steps in the garden. The flight has two sets of winders, the top flight that is, and it's much steeper than the average. So you can also factor in the fact that the staircase is steeper than an average staircase, which makes falls more likely. There's a handrail, but this is only on one side and does not cover the top set of winders. Remember those triangular steps that go around the corner? The flight is well illuminated from below, but illumination from above is poor. The lower handrail would easily be broken by somebody falling down a flight, giving a small vertical fall and a secondary hazard, which would make outcomes worse than the average. So the loose stair covering cannot be included in the assessment as HHSRS looks at property, not how it is decorated. So again, you see some lack of certainty there, but it's best not to include it. Stairs, 3 metre total rise, so the total vertical distance that each of these staircases goes up is 3 metres. 2 metres for the total going. So that's how far forwards you move as you're going up the staircase, which indicates a pretty steep staircase. They're 840 millimetres wide. They've got 20 millimetre nosings on the steps, on each of the treads, and lighting on the landing and ground floor hallway is good.